Ed letting him in. Yeah, it's quite funny. The next thing you might know is I'm supposed to be playing both characters, but Adam's in reality playing the hoodie, so I'm dubbing over his dialogue badly. With my potato sack there and the fake gun. Now, I was saying what happens most times, Adam usually writes a script, although sometimes I write a draft or co-write it with him, like the Prizefighter was co-written. And then we, I add a little bit when he goes through the various drafts, so he does most of the work, like the direction and stuff, and then we usually film our stuff, and then if Dad or, I use an additional actor, like Dad or Jack and Stuart, see the bank ad is exposed on there. What Dad, Jack or Stuart, or like whoever, or we need an extra location, we usually film our stuff, and then theirs, so often the script could go revisions to cut them out of story, but this one didn't have them in at all, so it was quite odd, really. We were able to just film. And I said that we filmed Bring Me the Head of Ted Manic. We filmed the church hall, but basically the middle of the film in something like, oh, there's Adam's head on twice on the mirror, if you could see. Funny story is this as well, I'll get back to what I was saying in a minute. Funny story is this is a couple of days afterwards, as Adam noticed one of his brake lights weren't working for this video evidence on here, so he got that fixed. But back to what I was on about was that we filmed the exterior shots in June, I think. We didn't actually film the rest of that and any of Suspects in Custody till August, September, that sort of time. Well, this was quite odd because we literally just got it done in 5. We literally wrote it and got it done within a week or so, while in a lot like On the Midnight Patrol was literally, I came up with the idea of let's do a remake of Plaza Patrol, the original script was. Adam wrote it that day, I think. We literally filmed it Friday and Saturday and then finished it off Sunday and then got it edited and finished off Monday and showed it then, so this was something like that. And this is Adam's bedroom, and it creates a little bit of continuity problems because clearly I'm not sure the canonicity of it, because Adam has his own canonicity and sort of I do as well, but if this is in canon with Beatniks and all that, it's supposed to be only Ted's flat, but suddenly now they're both sharing it without any explanation. But the landlord's the same actor and character, so yeah, so it's up to you with it. I think the idea is some are supposed to be related to each other, like the Fool's Hall of Fame and then Bring the Head of Ted Manic's clearly related to each other, but I don't think this is really to any other Ed and Ted film. But what usually happens is Adam's in charge of the majority of the writing, directing and scoring, and basically I'm just there to put my nose in at times, because if you notice, all these are sort of like big band music, which I don't have a problem with, but it definitely is thing, because I was able to get the Phil Collins stuff at the end, which rather annoyingly YouTube banned for copyright infringement, so I had to just cut to blank, which was sod law type thing. This is something that was sort of in the Lion and Woodley bit. Yeah, there's various jokes of me him slipping on the floor with the script over there. Yeah, various script things have been falling down, but this was sort of the Lion and Woodley thing, and decides he'd better come clean. Sort of resumed after all that. The middle bit Adam added, which made it more an Ed and Ted film, but this was more Lion and Woodley thing. That was something I did with Ted, to keep his lie on, quits his job and gets a job on a farm, which doesn't really make a lot of sense, but he adds this quite good stunt on here. What I really wanted him to do is have a plate of eggs, but obviously couldn't. Yes, this now is taken straight from the original, was the Woodley, like the Ed equivalent, pretends he's on the phone with Jenny Window in that, and well, the Ted equivalent's confessing, and then they have a fight, and the bit Adam added, because the Ed equivalent shouts, she's carrying my child, and Adam added, because it obviously wasn't the original one, because the other actor's tall and saying, well, I've got a bit of weight. He says, are you sick of carrying it yourself, which is quite funny. Yeah. Me doing the exposition here. Well, one line you might have noticed is the bucket on the facing. That was on Would I Lie to You around the same time. About David Mitchell, who's a sort of a nerdy type person, really like me, so he just added in it. So this is the fight thing is pretty much like the original. Is Ted equivalent is expected to be punched and then flies. Originally it was flies over a settee and stuff. Yeah, Adam had to do that because the bed didn't fall like originally. So he added this stunt here, which is about the only stunt I've ever done. See, it's coming up now. See, Adam's bed slightly split there. Yeah, so it's about the only good stunt I've ever done. Like, the original one, he pushes the Ted equivalent over. Yeah, Adam doing a better pratfall than I can. He pushes the Ted equivalent over a settee and he crashes down, and then he gets up and he's sat on the what happens is he gets his fingers trapped in like the window there, and then the Ed equivalent saves him, and then he goes, now prepared to die, but in the settee he's fallen on a remote control plane thing, and rather than plausibly the plane smashes through the window, and it carried on for a bit there, but we just ended with him getting his light bulb hitting him on the head. So, and there's a bit of stock footage, picture he found on the internet, and we originally used in a sync, what was it called? It was not, the title will come to me in a minute, but it wasn't Girl. It was around Girl Trouble, that sort of time. I can't remember what it's called now, but you have been watching, that was on some old David Croft type sitcoms in the 70s to 90s, like Dad's Army and all that. He introduced it in, I think it might have been Mist in the Hollow he first introduced and then kept it, though I've wanted to take it off sometimes because it just make it a bit different. No, the story behind it is the use of Ed and Ted starring in, and then our names after it, but I said I wanted our names at the front, then Ed and Ted at the back. No, Ed and Ted at the back or something like that. That's how it was, is Ed and Ted get the billing, and we get our credits at the back. Well, I wanted an adaptation credit, because I'd adapted the original one, but I'm probably a bit pickier. So the music, you'll see there's a Phil Collins one sticks out like the proverbial sore thumb because of the fact it was my idea instead of his. But as I said, it works quite well there, bass band things, because the fact that you don't have the interference of speech on it, so you can hear what we're saying, like me mumbling. There's Spike Jones, who's quite funny actually, and done some good, reviewed his music quite good. Thanks to Helen Atkinson, that's the reason peeves her quite often, was when we write that bit. Well, Ed and Ted production, that was first used in Mist and Hollow. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to hear any more commentaries, I'll probably do them sometime, so thank you.